What is going on, guys? Thanks for checking out this video on my sports Gematria. In this video, I'm going to go over some basketball games for Thursday, December 22nd, 2022. I'm going to show you highlights of each side, and it's going to be up to you to determine who you think will win based on the numbers. I encourage you to add additional information on top of this if needed for you to feel confident in your own pick. And I wish you guys the best luck on all your picks for this day. Let's go ahead and get into the games. We're going to be looking at the Spurs versus the Pelicans in New Orleans. And then we're going to look at Wizards versus the Jazz in Salt Lake City. On this side of the screen is what I call my daily numbers, date numerology, Gregorian Hebrew calendar. And then on this side of the screen is what I call my game numbers, numbers specific to the game. The way that I have them structured here is I have the road team up top, their coach's record, their season record, their road record, any other notes I want to add at the end. And the middle is the head-to-head all-time, as well as regular season, as well as for this season in particular. And then at the bottom is the home team, their season record, their home record, their coach's record, any other notes that I want to add. Both games are structured in this very similar way. So let's just go ahead and jump into the first game here. I'm going to be looking at the Spurs versus the Pelicans. To kick off the night. I think Zion Williamson is not going to be playing in this game. Definitely double check the available players for this game. That's going to be important, I believe. But with that being said, let's start with the home team. What would it take for the home team to win this game? Well, this will be a day with well, actually, I'm going to start by saying both of these teams are playing tomorrow. So it's going to be a back-to-back game for both of these teams. They're not playing each other tomorrow, but they are playing tomorrow. Pelicans play this game, and then they hop on the road to their next game. Spurs already on the road. They'll be going to go into another road game tomorrow. So keep that in mind. Numbers can be very interchangeable in scenarios like this. So what looks good today can also hit tomorrow as well, and vice versa. But starting with the home team, the Pelicans, they can get their 19th win for the season on a day with 40 date numerology for the Gregorian. And 19, if you write it out, sums to 40. But under that same breath, it sums to 41. And they are playing again tomorrow, a day with 41 date numerology. So technically, they can get their 19th win today or tomorrow. But if they do get their 19th win today, they would also get their 27th all-time head-to-head win against the Spurs, as the Spurs become 10-21 for a season record with a loss. Why does that connect? Well, if you put 10-21 into the number properties, we find out it's the 172nd prime number. If you type in the number 27 into the calculator, we find out it sums to 172. So that could be the connection there if it were to happen. Getting their 27th all-time head-to-head win, Spurs become 10-21 for a season record. Mathematically, these two numbers connect via number properties and Gematria. It will be the 113th regular season game for the Pelicans coach. 113 mathematically is the 30th prime number. It will be a day with 40 date numerology on the Gregorian. If you write out 40, it does sum to 30 as well. Pelicans could become 3-0, like 30 head-to-head against the Spurs for this season with a win. And if the Pelicans do win, they would get their 23rd regular season head-to-head win against the Spurs. 23, if you write it out. 23 sums to 134. And Pelicans would become 13-4 at home for the season to go with, like 134, as they get that 23rd regular season head-to-head win. 23 sums to 134. 23, as you can see, also sums to 55. And Pelicans coach would get his 55th win regular season as they become 13-4 at home as they get that 23rd regular season head-to-head win against the Spurs. And then you can throw in the 27 and the 10-21 and then the 19th win and the 3-0, like 30. But let's look at the Spurs here. If the Spurs were going to win this game, we know Zion Williamson is probably not going to play. And so that could make it a little bit more competitive of a game. And if the Spurs do go ahead and win. It could be because it's the 31st Pelicans game for the season, as well as the 31st Spurs game for the season. 31 mathematically is the 11th prime number. Spurs can get their 11th win for the season. It will be a day with 11 date numerology on the Gregorian. It's also a day with 56 date numerology on the Gregorian, and the Spurs can become 6-8, like 68, for a road record with a win. If you write out the number 68, I'm sure you can already guess it sums to 56. This will be the 28th day of the 9th month for the Hebrew religious side of the calendar. Mathematically speaking, 289. 289 does have a square root of 17. And this will be the 17th home game for the Pelicans. And their coach can get his 59th loss regular season. 59 mathematically is the 17th prime number. 17. It is a revenge game for the Spurs. They are looking to try and get at least one win potentially against the Pelicans for the season. So this could be it. They could take advantage of with Zion being out maybe. And I think that's about what I have for this particular game. Let's go ahead and move on to the next game.
Sorry to interrupt this video, you guys, but I need a huge favor from you. Can you go ahead and like this video and leave a comment below on who you think's going to win? It's going to help with the YouTube algorithm. It's going to help grow my channel. I really appreciate you guys being here. Let's go ahead and get back into the video.
Wizards and the Jazz. The Wizards and the Jazz. So we're going to start off with the home team, and then we're going to go over some numbers for the road team. What's difficult about the Jazz is that their coach is a first-year coach, so his record for his career is the same as the Jazz record for the season. So no need to put it twice; it would be redundant. But it means it just gives us fewer or less numbers to kind of play with here for the Jazz. But if the Jazz were going to win this game, it'd be the same thing for the Pelicans. It'd be that 19, right? Jazz can get their 19th win regular season for their career on a day with 40. Not for their career, but 19th win regular season for the season, as they get on a day with 40 date numerology for the Gregorian. 19 right now does sum to 40. At the same time, Wizards would get their 14th road loss to go with, right out 14. 14 also sums to 40. So it could be a 40 connection, getting that 19th win. Wizards get their 14th loss. It is a day with 11 date numerology on the Gregorian. Jazz are looking to get some revenge against the Wizards, even the score 1-1, like an 11 head-to-head in their last head-to-head matchup for the season. Also, something I want to bring up too is the number 14 does sum to 40, but it also sums to 112. This will be the 112th all-time head-to-head matchup between these two teams. It could solidify that 14th loss on the road for the Wizards a little bit more. And their coach, Wizards coach, he can get a 68th loss regular season for his career. If you write out 68, it sums to 56. This will be a day with 56 date numerology, 40 date numerology, and 11 date numerology. All three of those numbers could play favor for the Jazz, as I've gone over. And I think that might be it for right now. If we switch gears over toward the Wizards, if the Wizards were going to win this game, they could potentially sweep the Jazz for the season with a win. They would sit on 20 losses for the season with the win, as they become 2-0, like 20 head-to-head against the Jazz for the season with the win. It could just be a simple sweep, potentially. If that were to happen, Jazz would get their 17th loss for the season and their 17th home game on the 28th day of the 9th month for the Hebrew religious side of the calendar. 28-9 has a square root of 17. Wizards would sit on 59 all-time head-to-head losses against the Jazz with a win. 59 as the 17th prime number. Wizards can get their 13th win for the season as they sit on 13 road losses, 13-13. It's just a squeeze spot. You'll see that sometimes. Teams will just sit on that number as they pick up the number, or vice versa. Excuse me. Excuse me, forgive me. But yeah, they can get that 13 and sit on 13 with the win. I think that might be it. Let me write out 88. Maybe I'm missing something. 88, 68, 48. I guess we can mark the 48 in a bright cantaloupe color. It being a day with 88. It being the 88th day of the Hebrew civil side. Write out 88. It sums to 48. Wizards coach can get his 48th win regular season for his career to go with. And that's probably what I would do for the most part. It looks like my background light has gone out. Need to change the battery. But hopefully this helps. Hopefully this gives you some insight to the game. I'm looking like Casper the Ghost right now with no background light. This front light just kind of like, I don't know, whites me out. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully this gives you some insight. Gives you an idea of what's going on in the game. Oh, one last thing for the Wizards potentially. I'll bring it up big again. It's the Wizards' 18th road game. Jazz 17th home game. That could be the Jazz record, 18-17 with the loss. But yeah, hopefully this helps. Hopefully this gives you some insight, gives you an idea of what's going on in these games. I hope you guys win all the money in the world. I wish you the best of luck. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video.